If you're an e-commerce brand and want to get more sales from your emails, the easiest way to do this is to improve your email designs. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get more sales from Klaviyo and what are the best email design practices for any e-commerce brand. So let's get right into it. The first thing is deliverability. And now I'm also going to show you the exact examples of the emails you should be sending, the visual hierarchy, how to upload them to Klaviyo, the exact examples for those emails. But first things first is deliverability. Okay, if nobody sees your emails, anything else won't matter. Like that is the case because if your emails are going to spam, nobody's going to see them. So not your copy, not your design is going to matter. The only thing that matters at the beginning is deliverability. So you need to make sure that your deliverability and the open rate are at least at 40%. Like that's the bare minimum. Ideally, you want it to be aiming for 50+% open rate on all of your emails, which is campaigns and flows, which again, it might take a while to optimize this, but if your deliverability is terrible, then nothing else in this video matters. So make sure to fix it first. If you don't know how, there's gonna be a guide below this video in the description, entirely free, the complete fixed deliverability that you need to get out of the spam folder and into the primary tab. But I don't just want to clarify that this should be the first part of your the whole email design process, because if nobody can see the emails, then again the content, it doesn't matter. Another important thing that really matters is how you upload emails to your Klaviyo and how to structure them inside the software. Because if you upload them in the wrong way, then you will end up in spam folder once again, just because you need to know how to do this. So the best practices for that is we usually export emails in PNG as a file, and then we upload them to something called squash.ipp or any other app that compresses the images, and we compress them a little bit more, usually between 75 to 89% of the initial image size, just because this way your image size is gonna be smaller and you will be less likely to get flagged by the inbox service provider. Now let me show you what are the best practices for uploading emails to Klaviyo. So what you're usually going to see is a lot of brands are gonna be having something like this, which is a header, and then they have the image, and then they have the copy, text blocks, buttons, and all of that, which is nice. But first of all, it has a very, very big email size. If you look at it, it's like 65 kilobytes, which is not ideal. Usually what we do honestly is if we have a one product store, we upload the whole email as one slice. And they would like, yeah, but we'll do deliverability. And you would be right. But the truth is that if you upload the email as one image, the email size, which is not the image size, it's the email size, is going to be like around 20 kilobytes, which is way smaller. The whole content of the email seems to be smaller to, inbox service providers like Gmail. And then you're less likely to get flagged as a spam. So we usually, again, upload all of our emails as images. We've never had issues with deliverability. We're getting 60% sometimes open rate at scale. So now uploading emails as images doesn't mess up your deliverability. It used to be like that in the past, but right now we're honestly seeing better results when we just upload them as images. Plus, you can be more creative with how you design things, because sometimes you can't really, really do things in Klaviyo that you could do in Figma or Adobe XD or Canva or whatever software you're using. So that's the first thing, just to not be afraid of uploading the email as an image. And then the other thing is sections, right? As you mentioned, I mentioned that the email has the size of 65 kilobytes, which is not ideal. And that's partially because the sections that you have here, don't confuse this with Klaviyo blocks, but sections are increasing the email size. So this entire email could be put into just one section, right? Like right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections, where in reality, all of that could be in one section. So just watch me do this. Right now we have 65 kilobytes for the whole email, and I'm not gonna remove anything from the email itself. I'm just gonna move all of that into one section. You can see I just drag and dropped it, and then I remove empty section, and I'm gonna do this for pretty much all of the elements. Right now it's gonna get messed up because the background for the block is probably black, which is not an issue as well, but let's just make it white, okay? You can see it worked well. I think right now the logo will be messed, yeah. So overall, you need to play with this just to make sure it's actually looking fairly nice, to make it black, and then maybe for this black color background, let's make this one white. You see it's gonna be looking exactly the same as the previous email, but remember the other one had 65 kilobytes for the whole email size, right? And we're gonna again remove the empty section. We're moving it here, which is fine. Remove empty section, remove it here. Okay, this one is, wait, this one, okay, so this one is okay, it's a normal image. I just wanted to see what it looks like. It's a normal image. So that's fine. I mean, this is single column image, which is okay. Remove empty section. And then yeah, you're like, okay, what to do if we have something like this? Well, you just select columns and you do two columns equal. You're gonna do the same thing here. So another column with two content block sections, and then you can just move one column here, right? This is fine. You move the image over there, and then you would move everything over here as well, right? All of this content has to be moved there. And again, for the block background color, you would obviously do white, so it looks exactly the same as the previous email. Keep this in mind, I'm not changing anything in terms of the content. It's gonna look exactly the same as the old email. The only thing that's gonna be changed is the actual, the durability and the email side of that, right? And of course, you could play with the padding here and there as well. It's not like, you could add the spacer, let's say, and that would be like 50, let's say, right? Again, you probably need a little bit more time in order for you to make it look nice. For the bottom, let's say you would do the bottom padding of like 50, right? You will just play with this. Again, that's why we also upload emails as images, because it's easier to make them look really, really nice. But yeah, we would play with this. Let's say 87, more or less. Actually, I think it's gonna be 90. Yeah, let's say it was 90. But again, you do the same thing here, right? I'm not gonna change the colors of that because you saw with the first example that it is possible to change the colors and make the email look the same. I just wanted to be like, you would do it same like here, right? Like you couldn't tell that it's built the way it is built. You would remove this section here, then again moving another content block, moving all of this to the one section. And there you go. We have all of the content, the entire email in just one section. And now, watch out, from 65 kilobytes, we went to 50. You may be like, yeah, that's not a lot. Well, in reality, it's like over 20% smaller email size, which is quite a lot. Because the bigger the email size, the higher your chances of email being clipped, which then impacts deliverability, but also performance, because if email is clipped, it's being like pretty much cut off in the middle and people can't see the content further down. So it really, makes everything harder. So yep, this is pretty much how you would upload the emails to Klaviyo, and this is how I would suggest you upload them. But now let's get into the rest of the video, which is going to be the visual hierarchy, which is going to be super important for any email design, because pretty much you can always follow this hierarchy, which is also like an outline of what you should be designing. So first one, you have logo, then you have you have headline, subheading, button, then some kind of image, which is optional, then you have email body, button, collection links, footer with free icon, which is USPs, then logo, and then unsubscribe section, and optionally mission statement. This is usually, I don't want to say a template, but it's like a visual hierarchy that you can follow for pretty much all of your emails. You can always switch things up, like for example, have the headline, subheading, then image, and then button, that's fine. But for emails like abandon the cart, abandon checkout, welcome flow, this is the best structure because you have all of the content plus the discount code above default, so the chances of people converting are just way, way higher. Now, what every single step means, step by step, let's say. So the subject line, the goal is to sell the open. You can also use it to pre-frame a customer. So if you want to pre-frame someone, you would use a little bit more aggressive subject line, possibly mentioning the actual discount if you're offering that. That would work great for pre-framing people and making sure that they're opening the email with, buying intent in mind. Preview text, it usually supports the subject line, something short and snappy works. Then for the headline, it's gonna be the main idea, angle, claim behind the email. Subheading is gonna be supporting the headline, which is the main, again, idea, angle, claim. Call to action, so header and subheader should work in a way that it's enough for people to understand what the email is about. And then the call to action should lead them to the product page or landing page or home page or whatever it is, your target page, let's say landing page. Then for email body, here's where you can expand a little bit more on the main idea of the email. And usually you don't want to make it too long, like 8 paragraphs should have 1 to 2 sentences maximum, because this way the email is going to be skimmable, it's going to be very easy to read it. And you have to be designing your emails with that in mind. You need to make sure that your emails are very easy to skim through and very easy for people to read. And then the call to action is the final CTA, which is pretty much the whole structure. Then we also have collection links. That is like self-explanatory. You would include your top collection links. It could be 3 or it could be 5. Both are fine. Then you footer with icons or your USPs. For example, thousands of happy customers, free shipping. We donate 1% to some kind of charity. All of that would work. Lifetime warranty, 30-day money back guarantee, easy returns. anything else, eco-friendly materials, all of that could work as your USPs. And then logo, subscribe section, pretty simple, just a subscribe section. And then for mission statement, this is usually a long text that we use a typical text block just to balance the ratio between heavy HTML elements, which is designed in this case, and then plain text elements, which is going to be the mission statement. Some examples, number one, header with subheading. So half the battle of the perfect wrap is having the right tools. That's why we've made it easy for you. Show the toolkit, right? You can see that all of that is above default, and all of that flows in a way that, okay, if someone saw the email, they can easily click and buy right away because they know what is it about. Then again, photo, some extra sentences just to clarify this, and then the call to action. We didn't include the collection links here on the purpose because we wanted to promote this product specifically. We didn't want people to get distracted, but then you have, USB icons. So faster install, free shipping, industry's best warranty, logo, unsubscribe section. And then there's mission statement, which you can't see because it's hidden, because the text color is the same as block background color. So it's just invisible, which makes the whole email look very, very nice. Another example, this one, same thing here. So winterproof your eye care routine, easy steps to keep your eyes healthy and hydrated this season, explore more. Again, if someone is struggling with, dry eyes and they want to take their eye care up the notch, they already know what the email is about, so they can click right away. Product photo, again, a few sentences, a few benefits using the icons, which again, you can see that it makes the whole email readable and like skimmable because it's not just the long paragraph of text. It's broken very nicely. One sentence, icons with like few words and one sentence each. And then again, just like kind of wrapping up the email, like, hey, if you want to get it out, we'll do it now. And then shop now. Again, logo with USB icons. In this case, they are like being done vertically, not horizontally, mainly because the copy for the icons was longer. So we made it this way. Plus, the logo would also fit as a square rather than vertically. So we did it this way. And yeah, you can see no collection links here as well because it's a one product store. So there's no collections really. It's just it's as simple as that. Another example, every baby deserves a pacifier that soothes and supports healthy development. That's why we created the pacifier, shop the pacifier. So if you're a parent that want your baby to, support your baby's healthy development, and the pacifier that soothes, then you are not gonna know that, okay, this product is for me, and you're gonna be able to click the button after reading just both of these. That's the goal of heading and then subheading. Then another image, a few sentences, call to action, collection links, footer with USB icons, again, logo, unsubscribe section, and invisible mission statement. And that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for this video as well. These are the usual principles you need to follow. So first thing is deliverability, then making sure you're uploading the emails the right way to Klaviyo, and then you want to make sure that you're following the right visual hierarchy, which again can differ from time to time. You can be adding or removing section blocks, like you could be adding, let's say, USPs or reviews below this first section just to make the email longer, or product sections. But overall, you want to be following it because it's a very, very high converting structure. And if you've been ever struggling with low click rates, this structure is going to help you. And then if you want to even take it further, then you can get my free Klaviyo optimization guide, which is going to be linked in the description down below. Again, it's entirely free. You're going to find the copy paste ideas for your sign-up form, flows, campaigns, everything else to improve your overall result from Klaviyo. And it's completely free, so make sure to download it. It's gonna be super useful. But other than that, make sure to watch my other video, which is gonna be recommended by YouTube. Talk to you soon. Cheers.